All right, I have returned, and we are going to figure this out. This being why adding light makes the model darker. So the thought I had was, so we have this blend file that we're importing. Maybe if I change light baking back to, maybe I'll just disable it. Like I want to try a few things here before we go back to Blender and try to tweak things there. So static light maps. The fact that this is not working suggests maybe something is wrong in Blender, but I just want to try the different options in here because I don't fully understand what these things do. So, but that does not seem helping. Right, so we added a directional light. I guess we could point it. That makes things worse. Right, so what is going on here? Like this looks fine, but it looks like hold on. If we move this over here, yeah. What's up with that? What's up with that? So when we look at this, if we look inside, so we can just open it anyway. Yep. We have turret top, which has these models. And it has a mesh. Yeah, not skeleton, but oh yeah, surface 0. There we go, and it has a material. So here's the material that Godot imported from the blend file. We have a color. We don't have a texture. We disabled potentially inverted. Hey, how do I say your name? Acrostel? Yeah, I thought maybe so. So when I went in here, like here's the mesh. One of them anyway. I went to mesh and then normals. And they did recalculate outside. I thought that would fix it. Set the custom normals from select fit. There's a way to show normals, right? Well, maybe let's do that. Let's go back to here. How do we show normals? Boop, 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 boop. Viewport overlays. Your nodes. Is it? No. Okay. Normals. Display vertex normals as lines. Okay. So that seems right. It seems not wrong. And then if we look at our other object here, you can enable face orientation will be red on back facing in menu next to overlapping circles. In menu next to overlapping circles, face orientation. Show face orientation overlay. Okay. So then that means in let's see, there's something I need. So this is this has a solidify modifier. Boop. Normals? Definitely not that way. There we go. So we can see the normals in this view. But I don't know what that option, face orientation. Let me read your message again. Enable face orientation will be red on back facing and menu next to. Okay. So like if we're okay, let's look at the other mesh. I don't see anything red. I'm far from a Blender expert. Fade and active objects, interesting. Face orientation. Shows the face orientation overlay. I don't know what the face orientation overlay is. Or where that shows up, but I mean, it seems fine. Let me save that and we'll go back to Godot and we'll re-import. Yeah, obviously files have been modified outside of Godot. Yes. So if we go to our little scene, the light makes it dark. Why? We got a nice shadow. That's working right. And to be fair, like the material is a dark, like this is what it should look like. I just don't understand why the part that's not illuminated appears white. So let's take a look at the material again. I feel like I was close to something when we were looking at the material. Metallic specular. Roughness, emission, normal map. Oh. Hold on. In the material. We did try to apply this. If I save that and we reload, I bet this fixes it. No. What was the thought? That's so strange. Let's get rid of all of this extra stuff we added to the material, right? So now the only thing on the material is the principled BSDF with some settings. Let's turn off subsurface as well. And then we go back here and we reload from disk. No change. Well, anyway, I should say, if you're still around, Acrostal, how's it going? Welcome. Thanks for trying to help me. Oh yeah, let's turn on lighting back. Ooh, very interesting. Try changing the cull mode in the Godot material. Yes, let's try things. Mesh, surface, material, cull mode. Oh, why was that set? Let's go back here. Let's go to our import. Did we change something in here? I did change, I turned this on. Surely that wouldn't have overlapping faces. Ah, it could be true. Could be true. Specifically, that would be, let's go back to modeling. These shapes and this shape. Let's see, what can we do about that? Let's just move this slightly off of the thing that it's on. Okay. Hold on, let's do this way. Ooh, I know. Let's just scale the tiniest amount. It's kind of what we wanted anyway. Okay, let's save that. Oh, right, and then turn off setup. And then try that again. Okay, let's go to advanced, the import. So here's what we have. Ensure tangents. Okay. Blender options, modifiers, meshes, tangents. What is export geometry? Oh, geometry node instances. We're not doing that. So here are the different meshes. There's our material. So if I just skip import on this, is that the issue? No. No, it is not. What if we... Yeah, even when it's just a single object. Turn all that back on then. Okay, undoing did not actually change any of these things, which is not surprising to me. All right, re-import. So there's our turret. Is there something that I'm doing in Blender that's causing that? So like if we go back here and we look at the turret and we look at the mesh and we look at the material, cull mode. I don't know how Godot deals with modifiers on import. Blender importer isn't really that good. Still think you could check for overlapping faces in Blender. I mean, there are probably faces that are overlapping between the different meshes. It's true. What I want to know is why this is setting call mode. No face calling is performed. Both the front end. I guess that's fine. So, are we saying that? Okay, let's do this. Because there definitely are overlapping meshes, right? Where things are not set up in such a way that things just perfectly touch. There are overlapping things. But let's do this. So let's hide everything. And then we will show this. Overlapping on same mesh could lead to problems you see here. Could select... Oh, sure. But they're not the same mesh. They're different meshes. I don't think... There shouldn't be anything overlapping. We can check that, though. Yeah, thanks for the tip about the merge by distance. That's something... I knew at one point, maybe? Let's try this, though. Right, so now we have... Yes. Okay. So that did not make the problem go away. So it's definitely an issue with this mesh. So click that edit mode, as you said. Select all. Merge by distance. Where? Probably up here, right? Mesh. Or merge by distance. Removed 68 vertices. It's thinking. Reload from disk. It didn't fix it. Let's close this and open. Didn't fix it. But let's go back here. Mesh. Yeah. It's all good. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, normals. Recalculate outside. Okay. See, that's good. But that doesn't help us. Let's go back to the material. Am I doing something? Let's get rid of all the stuff that we're not using right now. Like the material is super simple at this point, right? It's just this shader. We turned off subsurface. All of this stuff is default. Not touched any of it. Not touched alpha. I don't know. Don't know. So, hey, bot 524, who is probably not a bot, giving you said, try setting a default material to material overriding Godot. I think high metallic values just look bad in Godot. Okay, let's give it a shot. So surface material override, standard material. Didn't take. Let's try here. Can we? Boop, boop, boop. So we do editable children, and we have a barrel, and then here we can do surface material override, standard material, and we can do albedo. Doesn't like me doing things here. It is at least lighted properly. But none of this is editable. What is the energy of the light? It's 3. That looks cursed. Yeah, maybe this is a hold on. First of all, let me save this. This is just a test scene. Let's reload Godot. No, I don't want to save that. All right. Please confirm. No, I don't want to open that. Okay. Can we? Hey, we can. All right, there we go. Okay. That's just a we needed to reload Godot issue in terms of being able to edit that. Okay. Maybe that's all of the problems. Let's clear? No. Okay. Okay, so maybe the issue is just my workflow. Drop the light energy to 1 and then try and turn it back on. Okay, let's well, I didn't do it in that order, but ooh, that's interesting. Indirect light, reset. Okay. That is still wrong, but let's put our standard material back on. And oh, now I can't edit it anymore. Great. It really okay. There we go. Do kind of a gray with kind of a blue offset. Oh, can't hit escape there. That's not allowed. And then metallic. Okay, roughness. Okay, so we can do that. Like I said, maybe the issue is my workflow. I know that what we can do from Blender is we can export like this. Visible objects. Right, so if we export and then we delete this and we grab this new turret, better or worse? Same problem. Shoot, I was hoping that would just fix everything. What does light baking do anyway? Configures meshes geometry instances 3D GI mode in the 3D scene. It sets a static light map, sets the meshes GI mode to static and generates UV2 on import. None of that helps us. So are we in a situation where I'm going to have to import models and then manually assign materials in Godot? Which is fine. But that does mean I have to like do this and then surface material override. Okay, yeah, this is workable. Have to figure out how to do that, but yeah, okay. And then I just make all this visible again. Save out. Let's see. Light baking settings should only matter if you bake lights from Godot, but I do not get Godot's problem here. Can you import a standard sphere with the material applied? Sure. Let's try. So what I'll do is I will create a new collection. Test. Let's add a sphere. How about a UV sphere? No sense of scale, but okay. And then this will use our metal material. And then we go back here. And I think we gotta drop that. I want to delete this GLB file. Okay, new chart blend now has just that sphere. See, that seems fine. Although we probably want to shade smooth and re-import. Seems fine. Although I did shade auto smooth, is I think what I did to the barrel. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, open anyway. Yeah, it's just a sphere. Mesh. Material. Did I solidify the barrel? There is you're right. There is a solidify, not on the barrel itself, but on the the barrel straps. So if I save this out, let's see what that does. No, same problem. The barrel itself is not solidified. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I'm looking at barrel straps. Yeah, so there is subsurface modifier or subdivision modifier, and there is a smooth by angle that got applied by doing the shade auto smooth. Where is the light here? Okay, it's back there. Let's get rid of our reference image. What if I Try this. No, that didn't. Changes nothing. Yeah, try exporting without the modifiers. Yes. Well, I think we can try importing with the modifiers turned off. I think in advanced we can turn off the import of modifiers. I thought I saw that somewhere. Modifiers, no modifiers. Re-import. Can you try clicking on the three dots in the top left corner of the 3D viewport in Godot and then display advance normal buffer? Okay, top left corner. Hey, this is here. Display advanced normal buffer. Display advanced. No. Not supported when using the mobile or compatibility rendering methods. Is this an issue of being in compatibility? Do we think? Yeah. Is this the problem? Is compatibility not compatible? Cancel. Ooh, hey, look, it's not rendered weirdly. There we go. Well, it's rendered slightly weirdly. I had to override material. It's just the mesh. It shouldn't be. Well, it's slightly better now. It's not perfect, but it's slightly better now than it was. Still has some issues. We can't edit these things. Check the normals to see if they look good. Right, that was the point. Was we can look at normal buffer. What is this supposed to look like? Is this what it's supposed to look like? Not that. Why? The base looks, yeah, sure. Why is the barrel like this? And why is it my fault? Yep, normal buffer. That was the thing you asked for. Excuse me. What have I done? Well, let's go back to this view. Shall we try to turn off? Let's just drop all the modifiers, save this, and reload. Normals look fine in Blender. Also doing backface calling looked fine, right? What's so serious? It's right. I don't know. This is the thing, right? If you don't know the tools really well, then you can. This is just an illustration of how you can find yourself in weird situations, right? So, don't know. Do not know. So if we, yeah, I did select a resource in the file system, right? Select the resource in the file system or in the inspector to adjust import settings. Ah, there we go. So is there something weird in my import settings? Da, 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 da. Material, keep internal nodes, custom properties. Like turning off modifiers didn't do anything. Don't know. Here's the barrel, right? So we shouldn't need physics turned on. Layers, visibility, range, fade mode. No. What about here? That is oh, interesting. All defaults. Turret base. Leg. Meshes. Materials. Re-import. What if we do this? Let's delete turret. We reload the current project. And then we import after we've reloaded. So I'm gathering from what y'all are saying in chat and just from visually looking at this that red is bad, which I won't take offense to, but why? Also, can we put our modifiers back? Okay, good. I successfully undid. And I'll put the barrel straps back because apparently that's not an issue. I think I managed to undo... Oh, okay, there we go. Could we... So these faces specifically, the normals should face inside. Should flip. Is that right? Hold on. Can we make the where did I find, there we go, size. A little bit easier to see what's going on. Custom normals, display face normals. Hey. All right, that seems good. Right, so inside of the barrel, the normals go in. And then... like that all looks fine. Oh, and back here, there's just one face with the normal that's going backwards. Okay, what about for the straps? Yeah. So why all the issues? Also, let's turn off the setup selection. Can I look inside of the mesh? Yes. It's very red. Also, what's this? What is this? Do we know what this is? Oh, right. That's the arrow from the empty. That's not a real thing. Okay. Anyway. Thoughts? Let's hide this for a minute. We are seeing normals on all the faces going outwards. So what have I managed to do here? I don't know, let's try put this back. Let's try doing an export again. So this was something, I feel like I saw something that was recommending, right? Exporting to GLTF and then importing that into Godot. We don't have a any presets, but we can include visible objects, transform data, scene graph. Flatten object hierarchy, useful in case of non-decomposable transformation matrix. Okay. Okay, I don't think we need that. Mesh. Apply modifiers. Export vertex tangents with meshes. Material. So if I save this, what is this? Remember export settings. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try this. Cylinder. Could not calculate tangents. Please try to triangulate the mesh first. Is that significant? Is that a problem? That makes a mess, doesn't it? Let's not do that. So if I try that export again, just uncheck tangents in the export setting. It only supports tries and quads. Okay, we can do that. In that case, I will remove that modifier I just put on there. Transform, include, mesh, no tangents then. Export. Is that message in the bottom left significant? Active object has negative scale. Have we seen that before? Need to apply scale. Sure. AI overview suggests something. Flipping its normals and potentially breaking modifiers for UVs. See, I don't we'll see. Apply scale. Object, maybe. Boop, 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 boop. Where do I find that? Oh, apply, probably. Scale. Ooh. Ooh, so red. Control A? Yeah. That's my bad. I saw this and my brain was like Shift A. Everything is Shift A. But yeah, you're right. Control A, apply, scale. Now flip the normals. Yes. Really? Flip the normals. I don't know. I like it so red. No. Normals, recalculate outside. There we go. All right. So, that's great. All right. Well, we got some other weird stuff happening, but let's not worry about that yet. Let me remove this extra file. We will figure out. Hey, active object has negative scale. Uh-oh. Oh, right. So, our solidifier modifier. Right. And then hey, caffeinator. How's it going? How goes the blendering? I'm blendering through it. As Acro still said above, classic blender. Blender. Maybe don't do negative thickness, just flip the normals again. Oh, fair. Let's see. So if we have a positive thickness, but we flip. Hey! Good one. Although I don't want it to be that thick even. Something like that. And then the issue is that we're not where we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be like there. Alright. So now, back in Godot, I don't see the barrel straps. But it's okay. Let's see, we want to turn off our display normal. There we go. It's a lot of progress, right? So we went from having a thing with really weird lighting because the normals were messed up, because apparently you need to apply scale. It will auto re-import, right? As soon as I save in Blender, it'll auto re-import assets. So this looks good, except for the fact that my strap is missing. Yeah. It may be a setting that I turned on at some point. I'm not sure. Like if we go to editor settings, is that something I turned on at some point, or what? Not sure. Yeah, that's right. So what I do is that I have all my models that I'm making in Blender in a models folder in the project, and so as soon as a file appears there, Godot will just auto import it, the whole thing. Then if I wanted to, I could like see its contents and potentially even like take models or take like meshes and stuff out of this and copy and put them somewhere if I wanted to take a piece. But if I did that, then I would break the auto import. Yeah, go through the whole bake and export process. That might be where I need to end up doing for things at some point, but this has worked so far for things. So maybe this is a import setting issue. So if we go back to new turret and we go to import, I know we touched a lot of things in the settings for import. Okay, so it's not visible. So here's an example. Maybe just auto importing it like this won't work. It seems to have some issues with the modifier. I guess what I could do is just apply modifiers. Probably not the subdivision one, but solidify. Maybe just apply it. How do I apply? There we go. Apply. Right? That's even kind of better. Yeah, maybe. Bam. All right. So our reference art, I had some AI generated kind of examples of kind of the vibe I was going for this. And so we're kind of trying to do a mix of like this base with this top. And so, you know, making some progress. There's still one like material texture stuff that I need to figure out how to do. And there's some details on this that I think I'd like to see, like this piece going through and this, and maybe like I don't know. I don't think this would be a tube. It could be a tube, but maybe some kind of like ammo clip sort of thing off the back might be good. Right, so not trying to like literally make what the AI generated, but just like as inspiration, right? And then we have some like support tower stuff that I'll want to do that will be, you know, I think that these are all kind of a similar complexity. So in the game, hey, did you know there's actually a game that I'm making? If we go back to, if we actually run the game and not just our test scene, we might have broken it because I switched it from compatibility to forward plus. And I don't know what the game looks like in forward plus. We have some lighting issues. We have a bug. Am I still on a branch? Yeah. Okay, so we still have a bug on this PR, even though I merged it. Okay. Well, great. So, many things we have learned today. All right, so that was the last PR that we were looking at, or no, second to last, which was to have per survivor voice pitch overrides for characters. Cannon straps probably have more polys than your last jam game. Probably true. We probably have overdone it on the subdivision surface here. There we go. That's fine. All right, I want to fix this bug. but I don't think I have time. I need to see about getting some lunch. So this project, Zomnom Defense, is on GitHub. It is actually an open source project, AGPL 3.0. And I actually have a version of this before I flipped it from compatibility to forward plus today on itch.io as well. So the web version definitely doesn't work. I haven't actually tested the executables, but I figured I'd put it up there just because. We did that last stream, so that was on Sunday. I work on this project Sundays and Tuesday mornings, at least through New Year's. Then I'll probably go back to just Sunday morning coding. And then I do some gameplay streams throughout the week. Doing some modded Minecraft, doing some recently Whiskerwood, RimWorlds. I also have another coding project that I'm doing on stream that I'll be doing tomorrow morning and the following morning, which is more web dev, Rust and TypeScript and Python. It is possible. I think I would be willing to look at pull requests. It is forkable for that matter. I mean, you could do whatever as long as you abide by the terms of the Affero General Public License, right? Which is basically like you could take this and you could make a fork of it and work on it and even publish it for that matter. But if you distribute it, you have to share whatever changes under the same license, right? So, because, yeah, aren't super, but pretty good at models. Well, maybe you're better than me then. So I've been working on this like learning game dev basically this year, right? And so the time I've spent in Blender has basically been what I've done on stream this year. So, yeah. Okay, well, I have a lot of things still in progress with that, but we are going to go find someone to raid. So let me switch over here to the outro thing and say thanks so much.